Hey everybody, hope you're all doing alright out there. So, I wanted to make this video for a very long time. I want to show you this old 1965 motorcycle safety film. Some of you may have already seen it, but if you haven't, you've got to see this. It's brilliant, so we'll watch it together in a minute. I will just point out here that the quality currently might not look great from this camera, and that is because I'm trying out my new setup and I'm actually trying an old digital SLR as a webcam. But I think when we get to watching the video, you'll see things won't be so bad. But this is a test, as I say. There we go, that's better. Now I'm small, the quality should look good. Okay, so this is this film. It's called Look Signal Maneuver. As I say, it's from 1965. It is a motorcycle safety video. And what's interesting about this is there are some things that are taught in this that you wouldn't do anymore. Some of it's still, you know, universally true and always will be, but there's a few things that you're like, don't do that. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the differences between what they're suggesting in this video and what maybe I would suggest now. This is from a YouTube channel called Andy W. I assume they aren't the copyright holder, but doing this reaction and interpretation education style thing makes it fair use, so we're all good. But I doubt anyone particularly cares about claiming this. But Andy W., if you are the person who went through some effort of getting this video on the internet, thank you very much, because it's brilliantly funny. So let's just get on with this, shall we? Oh, it's the classic sounds. Sounds like a lot of like... What does that sound like? The Archers. Damn, I'm quite jealous of that. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, no.
Tom has a friend who was always inclined to be reckless.
Ah, inclined to be reckless.
Their mode of transport changed.
Nice. Hell yeah. Also, what's that? That's got to be a 250 maybe?
If anything, it seemed to get worse.
Because this is 1965, that's before they brought the 125 limit in, so that must be a 250, I'm guessing. That's one of the differences. On the CBT, you were allowed up to a 250. But then again, were the 250s of the day as slow as the 125s are now? Because, you know, I don't think they were putting out much more than about 15 brake horsepower.
Here and there with as much speed and noise as possible.
Oh, yes.
He'd forgotten he was now riding this, and not that. They now both work at the same factory, which has a time clock and a works keeper.
Jesus
Tom
Christ.
leaves for work reasonably early.
Oh, yes.
He likes to get a newspaper on the way.
Look at those gloves!
Tom leaves for work.
Wow, I haven't seen gloves like that since... What was that old, like, TV crime series? Was it Heartbeat? Was it Heartbeat? The really old one.
Reasonably early. He likes to get a newspaper on the way.
Also, I'm not even entirely sure what a bike is. I'm guessing it's a BSA.
This time in the morning.
Oh, the traffic. Yes. Kickstart. Up you go. Cut. Safety film, but we're using an open-faced helmet. We all know my opinions on open-faced helmets. Did he shoulder check then? Okay, that was a good shoulder check. I thought he was doing some weak-ass check, but you could...
And Tom's friend, well, he's just getting up.
Oh no, how awful.
Tom takes a pride in his bike and in his riding. Watch him overtake this furniture van. First he checks it's okay to pull out.
Right, okay, I'd say he is way too close. Where's my cursor? Is it showing on screen? It is, right. If he was further back, he would be able to see around this truck, but he's not. He's so close he can't see around it. It's a classic learner mistake, and I'm surprised it's something they've not picked up in this film.
The clear signal, sees the road is clear ahead, checks
no
again
indicators on the bike,
and
of course.
passes. Not too close. The van might pull out. Then check.
Overtaking within the lane. That is technically okay, but with a truck, don't do that. Don't do that.
Checks that he can move back into his correct position without cutting in on the vehicle he's passed. Never
could have just been on the other side of the road.
So without danger to yourself or others.
Could have just put himself on the other side of the road that entire time. But okay. Okay, Tom. You're just doing swell.
Now, you can't do this safely and correctly if you're always late.
No. If you try and butter toast in a hurry, you might slip and take your eye out.
And have this on your mind.
Oh, no.
That's Tom's friend. Always late and always in a hurry.
Why has he put his L plate over the headlight? I've never noticed that before. That's brilliant. The L plate is sideways and over the headlight.
Bike. Tom, meanwhile, is in good time and unhurried.
This is great.
Quite unlike his friend, who is in far too much of a hurry.
Oh, too much.
He starts up and tears off up the road with hardly a glance to see what traffic is coming. To get there
Yep.
on time, he starts to take chances, and so
Oh.
becomes a menace on the road.
A menace! Now that's something that we haven't been for years, is a menace. Eric is a menace.
The roads you
Driving
travel on
goggles,
each day
Bob.
become very familiar. You think you know just what traffic to expect at every junction. This can be very dangerous. It's the unexpected that causes accidents.
That has got to be filmed on like a trailer or something. There is no way he's riding that. But the point that they're making here is actually a good one, which is that, you know, your close to home roads and rides is where you let your guard down, and it's also where people crash the most. Of the 3 times that I've ever crashed, of which only one of them was my fault, 2 were within a couple of miles of home and 1 was about 4 or 5 miles away. I'm never far from home.
Tom, approaching a crossroads, always takes the same precautions.
Oh, yes.
Approaching in the normal position, well to the left of the road, he checks
What?
oncoming.
That's interesting.
Same precautions.
Nowadays, we would have give-way lines and stuff here. There is not a single sign, not a single line, nothing. This car here doesn't stop or anything like that. They, like, you know, you would come up to a junction and stop and carry on, but, you know, they just trusted people to not crash into each other.
To the left of the road, he checks oncoming traffic.
Whoa,
Looks behind.
what is that cool thing? Sorry.
Then gives a clear signal that he intends to slow down or stop. He slows down, looks
Yep.
right, left, and right again. Never rely on signals given by anyone.
I don't think he's telling him to go. I think he's like, come over here, boy. I've got something for you.
Except a policeman.
Ah!
Satisfied the road is clear, he accelerates and clears the crossing as quickly as possible.
He accelerates and clears the crossing as quickly as possible. No, you just make sure there's enough space that you can easily and safely cross the road before getting hit by it.
Starting well before the junction, he checks behind.
Yep, shoulder check. What is that? Sorry, I'll go in. If you want to slow, it's like a cross between a slow down and a turning.
Changes down and reduces speed, then clearly signals his intention. When he
Okay,
reaches the junction, he looks right, left, and right again, giving way to the lady in a hurry. See how Tom kept well to the left of the road before and after making the turning.
right. That's another thing that wouldn't be done these days.
Reaches the
He's too
junction,
close
he
to the
looks
edge.
right.
You do want to end up in a position that no one can get up the inside of you. If you're turning left, for instance, here, you want to make sure that no one can get up on the inside of you. But equally, you don't want to be so far in that, you know, you're inviting cars to get right up and maybe block your view, because you know, if you're like here, sorry, I'm going to use the cursor. If you're like here, you can get a car pull in front of you a bit and then you can't see round and then you end up having to wait for them, blah, blah, blah. Nowadays, I think you'd say you could be further over, middle of the road, kind of, almost, but more angle to dominate your position and keep it open for you to see. They do make a point in this a couple of times from my memory about keeping to the left, which is clearly something we explicitly tell you not to do, particularly if you're on a 50cc ped. You've got a right to be on that road, be on the road, not the gutter.
Left and right again, giving way to the lady in a hurry.
Oh yes, lady in a hurry.
See how Tom kept well to the left of the road before and after making the turning.
Like
In
that.
the meantime, Tom's...
That is ridiculous. You're so likely to hit that curb, besides the fact that in this day and age, you're going to hit... I mean, where are the drains? Where's the, you know, the
making the
leaves?
turning.
Where's the dirt?
In the meantime, Tom's friend is trying to make up for lost time.
Stop! Because red wasn't clear enough in the past, they had to have it say, stop.
As time gets shorter,
He also looks about 12. I think he should be in
tries
school.
a shortcut he knows.
A shortcut he
But because
knows.
of his speed and careless use of his brakes, it takes him much longer. To brake correctly, you should use both front and rear brakes simultaneously.
No, that's changed. We'd say front brake, then rear brake. Because you want the front to settle down and then use the rear to drag. If you go for both, I mean, you can, but it's kind of simultaneous, but you should really be front then back, in my opinion.
Then under most conditions,
Also, those shoes. Wait a minute.
speed and careless use of his brakes, it takes him
He's got big
much
boots on
longer.
there, but the next
To
minute,
brake
for the
correctly,
B-roll,
you should use both front and rear brakes.
he's got these shoes. Is that Tom? Has Tom been wearing, see, his mates actually got better boots for riding than them. But okay, carrying on.
Then under most conditions, providing you're not travelling too fast, you pull up safely. If you use only the back brake, you could lose control. Like Tom's friend, you could nearly end up in the gutter.
That had nothing to, sorry, I'm going to go back here. That had absolutely nothing to do with what brakes he was using. It had everything to do with what speed he came into the corner.
To brake correctly, you should use
and yeah, I'd say he probably did better like that than it was to head first into it.
You're not travelling too fast, you pull up safely.
Oh yeah.
If you use only the back brake, you could lose control.
Oh,
like
terrible.
Tom's friend, you could nearly end up in the gutter, or worse. Remember your brakes
or worse.
for safety.
Ah, not him again. Christ, that face.
Tom is in good time to get his paper this morning. The nearest shop to the factory is the one just right at the next crossroads. It's a main road, a tricky crossing.
A tricky crossing?
Well before the junction, Tom checked.
That is something I'll say actually that I don't think I noticed until watching this now, is how few road markings, or how there is no road markings in this video.
Right.
Oh, they obviously just didn't use them in the past. That was also way too far over to the left of these days. Slightly left at the centre of the road.
Signal, I intend to turn right.
Yes.
Reduces speed, checks oncoming traffic and pedestrians. The road is now clear. Notice the wide curve he makes, not cutting across the corner. Then he takes up his new position well to the left of the road.
No, stop doing that. It's horrible. It really hurts me watching this. Whoa, he just... Did you see that? This is a safety film. Keep to the left.
Well to the left of the road.
But didn't stop for the woman waiting on the zebra crossing. Or is it a pelican crossing?
Signal, he intends to slow down.
No, that's a zebra, isn't it? I don't think you need to tell him. It's such a dangerous position to be in on the inside like that. Wait, his light's over. Wait, his L plate's over his headlight as well. What is it with this? Is this a safety film or is it taking the piss? I'm now starting to wonder if this is actually not old. No, it has to be. Look at everything. Players, yes, Players Special cigarettes. You know it's old. Sunday Telegraph.
To ride safely is to think of this slogan. Look, signal,
yes.
Manoeuvre.
Indeed. And what people do nowadays is manoeuvre. Maybe signal afterwards. Definitely don't look. Car drivers anyway. And there's something in a million contest win £5 grand. That's really funny actually, because nowadays they give away about £5 grand in prizes, and this is like the 60s, and that would have been worth a lot more money back then. So it just goes to show how tight what am I trying to say here? Newspaper giveaways and stuff like that have become, because the newspapers just don't sell what they used to. Drive the curb!
Approaching the crossroads again.
So
Tom
annoying.
Starts his drill. Look, signal,
Yes.
manoeuvre.
Where are you going? When are you turning? I thought you were going down there.
Before turning.
Wait, so he was just turning before turning? So no, oh, that's a lay-by. Sorry, my bad. Coming up to a zebra crossing again.
Before turning. Look, signal, manoeuvre.
It's interesting, none of them have got indicators, have they?
in a
But then I
wide
do remember cars when I was a kid that had little wooden sticks that stuck out. There wasn't many of them left, but they did exist.
Then takes up his new position well to the left.
Again, well to the left. No, stop it. You should be out here. I mean, frankly, I actually almost think he's a better rider. He tends to stick to his lane, and he definitely holds his lane better.
As Tom arrives at the factory,
Yes.
his friend is tearing along full of bravado. He'll just make it again.
Good for him.
Watch out!
Oh no!
Watch out!
Gotta see this face. By the way, do you know you can do frame by frame on YouTube? I know! Sorry. He's dead. He's dead. I think that's what they're trying to say there. Casualty patients. Oh, there he is.
Tom still has a friend. Well, just. But his friend hasn't a bike anymore.
Oh no.
Just a summons for careless driving.
Careless driving for that? It was on wait, that was on... Wait a minute. This is the road into the work, right?
At the factory, His friend is
As far as I'm concerned, that's private land. Don't want the police got to do with
tearing
it.
along full of bravado.
That's a civil case.
Summons for careless driving.
Jeez.
After Tom passed his test,
Did everyone
he
just
made
go
a
around
new friend,
flapping like a
who is
bird?
Quite an improvement.
Oh look, Tom's got a
As Tom
girlfriend.
says, you should see her at a T-junction.
Yeah,
There was no need to teach her to look, signal, maneuver. If you use your bike properly, it can give you a lot of pleasure, as well as being a quick and economical means of transport,
Yes.
as long as you remember road safety.
It's amazing. Look at them trailing that gutter like it's nothing. Inviting to get overtaken. Wow. Trevor Pike.
Riding a motorbike is a real experience. And with a great motorbike, it's a great experience.
I did not know that video existed. I feel like that's going to have to be the next one. So there you go. As I say, it's really interesting to look back and see how things were taught differently in the past. And, you know, people say, oh, they were always, back in the day, they was all right. No, I mean, okay, maybe the conditions are different, maybe the bike's slightly different, but sitting in a gutter like that's just dangerous. There's a lot of things in there that are very counterproductive to the whole idea of a safety film. But as I say, if you enjoyed the video, smack the like button. If you want to support the channel through Patreon, please do that. And then again, thank you to the guy who got that onto YouTube, however they did. Bye.